What's up, back here with another video. In today's video, man, we're going to be going over everything you need to know about the MW2 beta, guns, operators, setting changes, the maps, everything. We're going to do a complete breakdown. But first, I want to talk about something that's happening right now in the world. As some of you may have already known when you're watching this video, it's been around all over the internet. So currently there is upwards to, I believe, 100 Palestinian terrorists in the country of Israel. As many of you guys do know from my streams and that I'm a Christian. I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, and I also support not only the American patriotism, so like, you know, our founding fathers and our beliefs here in America, but I also believe that freedom should be a thing around the world. And so I was a heavy supporter for the Ukrainian conflict, and I'm still am a heavy supporter for the Ukrainian conflict, and their fight for freedom against the Russian tyrannists. But as of this morning, I think actually as of last night, there has been a series of terrorist attacks that are still ongoing in the country of Israel that is causing thousands to be missed home and thousands to be injured and / killed, as well as women being kidnapped and possibly assaulted. There's videos online. I have a couple shared on my Twitter, so if you guys want to go see some of this stuff for yourself so you guys can see firsthand the abuse that's happening, it is there. Israel, as of this video, has declared war on Palestinian terrorists. I don't know if it was Palestine in general or if it's just the Palestinian terrorists, but they're in the country. The IDF soldiers, which are the Israeli Defense Force, is mobilizing as of this video. So I know this isn't something I usually talk about too often on the channel, but I do want to, make sure my support is known. And my prayers are with the people of Israel as they fight for not only the power of God, but the freedom that they are so much deserve. But without further ado, man, I just want to let that to be known. So let's get into the MW3 beta. So I'm here live on the game screen. There's no gameplay in the background today. It's just going to be straight footage of what the main menus look like, since we don't really, up to the beta, we didn't really know what these look like. So this is the main menu. You can hit info. You can see the maps. Right now on Mosh Pit, we have Estate, Favela, and Skid Row. I couldn't pronounce Skid Row yesterday, and I couldn't remember the state yesterday. So can I get an LLS in the comments for that one? We have Domination, Hardpoint, and TDM. I could have sworn there was a fourth mode yesterday, but now I'm thinking there wasn't, because I don't remember. Now I can't think of what that fourth mode would have been. And then obviously in Ground War we have the Popov power plant, which is like the power plant from Advanced Warfare. That one story mission is kind of similar to that. And that's obviously Ground War. So there's 20 levels, so we're going to go here to the progression, and these are your levels. I'm just going to go through here. You guys can see for yourself, pause video, see what the rewards are. But there's 20 total levels for the first week of the beta, at least until next week when the PC, Xbox players also get to interact with the beta. It will then be 30. So calling cards, we have some base calling cards in the game. Obviously you have your pride flags for some reason that they're in the game already. I don't know why. It's kind of sickening that we don't have a US flag or any other country flag, but we have these pride flags. I think that's kind of disappointing. But then you have some other base calling cards in the game. I'm assuming these will be your base generic, which is really cool because usually the beta calling cards as well as the generic calling cards for CODs are usually not moving, so they're not animated. These are all animated, which I think is really, really sick. And then same with the emblems. Emblems, we have all the Pride ones again, and then we have these couple of MW2 animated calling cards. So, weapons, you can see my classes. I've already pretty much did a lot of grinding. I pretty much only use the ACR right now. I think the ACR is just the most fun, enjoyable gun in the game. The UMP is close, but the UMP just kills really, really, really slow, and I really don't understand what people keep saying is overpowered. If they think this is overpowered, I don't know what's wrong with them. I think they're actually mentally dumb, because it is nowhere near being overpowered. I have the highest damage barrel in it, and it still takes forever to kill. Anyway, you can see some of the classes I've been running. Just kind of been messing around with some different things. This class is so much fun. By the way, if you guys want to use this class, this is what I'm rocking on it. This thing is insanely so much fun. And then obviously, I think this is probably the best ACR build in the entire game right here. Although I've been thinking about maybe switching off this stock or something for like a suppressor or red dot. But I don't know. In the beta, the ACR feels like it has some weird recoil patterns that I can't really... Like, sometimes they're there, and other times you're not there. So I don't understand the ACR's recoil patterns, but that's what I've been running. And then for the CC Bren, by the way, for anyone that doesn't know, this is the SA-805 from Call of Duty Ghost. So that's a fun fact for you. And there's some other OG guns in here that we're going to get into in a minute. But this is what I've been running with this, the Bren as well. By the way, if you don't know what this is called, this is like, I think the SSA Bren or something, the 308, the 805 Bren or something in real life. But that's that build. So let's get into every gun in the game. So right now for assault rifles, we have the SVA 545, which is basically your AK 101. We saw this in the leaked images and leaked files, that this is the AK 101. So that's that. All right, boys. Sorry about that weird edit. My dog decided he was going to escape my room, so I had to go chase him. Anyway, let me also, again, we have the Bren and the ACR. Great guns. Pretty much a W set of assault rifles on the beta. Battle rifles, we have the Bren 762 version, as well as the BAS-P, which is like... So, a lot of people don't know what the BAS-P is. I've seen a lot of people confused on what this is supposed to be. Well, this is actually, I want to say, from the images that I've seen, this is supposed to be the new SIG assault rifle that the United States government and the United States military is going to be adopting as the new standardized rifle. So, when you're using this, keep that in mind, that this is actually a real-life gun that was just developed in the last, like, 3 years. So, that's pretty cool. I think it's the first time we've had a gun in Call of Duty that is, like, actively being transitioned into a military weapon. Majority of the guns in Call of Duty are already active weapons or like not active military weapons, right? We never had that middle ground, which is really cool. SMGs, we have the Rival 9, which is actually the Scorpion Evo. I don't like this version of the Scorpion Evo, to be honest with you. But then again, I've only used it very, very little. You can see it's barely even level 2. But I don't enjoy how it feels. It feels very, very weird. AMR9. This is actually a reference to the AMR9 from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So if you guys played that game, had the burst assault rifle, that was the AMR9. So this is actually a reference to that as well. Striker 45, or the Striker in this game, is the 45 caliber auto UMP. I don't like the Striker. I haven't liked the Striker in a COD game since Infinite Warfare, and that was pushing it. Infinite Warfare was still kind of weird, but at least it had the OG look to it. This version does not have the OG look. So not a huge fan of the UMP in this game, but I've been trying to use it a little bit more. But shotguns, we have the Riveter, which is supposed to be like a version of an AA-12, is what I'm assuming. It feels like an AA-12, but it's really, really weak in comparison. Then we have the Lockwood 680. I feel like they're just pulling these Lockwoods out their ass, because in MW2 we have the Lockwood 800, 890, and there was another Lockwood as well. They just keep pulling these Lockwoods out of nowhere. LMGs, we have the G36 LMG, really bad. This thing needs a buff. I can't believe I'm saying that about an LMG, but this thing is bad. It is rough. Not a good gun. PKM, I think this is great. I like the PKM. I think it's a fun gun to use. I have a feeling it's going to be really good in Warzone. Marksmans, we have the MTZ Interceptor, which is basically just your 308 Bren. Again, another version of a 762 of it. But then we also have the the ACR marksman rifle. Again, kind of weird, but this is a thing, so, you know. Then we have the longbow, which the name of this, so the gun itself is not a reference to anything, but the name is actually a throwback name to the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare bolt-action sniper rifle, the longbow. So that's really cool. Again, I'm really enjoying the way this game's been going about things. And so, like, this game is supposed to be coming out around the 20th anniversary of Call of Duty, so we're 20 years of Call of Duty, and so they're doing a lot of throwback stuff. Throwback maps, throwback guns, throwback skins, throwback story, everything, right? And one of the things I really enjoy, like, we just had recently a leak for Season 3 will be Advanced Warfare theme. And as you guys know, Advanced Warfare is one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time, my top 3 favorite CODs of all time, right behind Infinite Warfare as well as MW2. That is correct. I do not support Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is overrated as hell. You just like it because it's Black Ops 2. You think you like it because everyone else likes it. Same reason everyone else hates Infinite, because everyone else hates it. But yeah, it's really cool to see that they're going back in time and doing separate things. I really hope we get more seasons like this. So I'm hoping like maybe Season 1 we get like a Call of Duty Ghost theme event where we get a bunch of ghost guns like the Ripper, the Maverick, and then maybe like we go to like to say Black Ops 1 theme event and we get like some of the OG Black Ops 1 guns. And then Season 3, we get the Advanced Warfare guns. Although I wish they would give us the HBRA-3 instead of the laser gun. I just feel like having the EM1 laser again after having it in a Vanguard would just be kind of not as unique as if we got the HBRA-3, which is something we haven't seen in COD since AW/COD Mobile, because it is in COD Mobile as well. And then like Season 4, we have like an MW2 event where it's all a bunch of OG MW2 guns, like maybe, I don't know, like the A12 and stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool. And then again, I can keep doing that thing. Every season's a different background, but that's that. Then we also have the KV inhibitor. This is honestly one of the most overpowered guns in the beta. This thing one-shots at pretty much any range for the most part, and it is very, very powerful. These are 2 sniper rifles, quite weird, but that is what it is. We got it. You know, not much we can do about it. And then obviously SMGs, secondaries, I'm sorry, is the Micro Uzi, the Renetti, and the Core 45, which is basically just a Glock again. And then launchers, we have the Pila. The Pila is back. Why is the Pila back? Why? It is fun to use. It is fun to use. I've been having fun like running around with it, but why? You see all the lethals here and the tacticals, which I don't have any lethals on this build because I'm in the engineer vest, but I think this is my free class, yeah. So we'll switch over to infantry so you guys can see the lethals. But yeah, there's a lethals, perks, pretty self-explanatory, pretty basic. And then we have the vest, obviously infantry, engineer, gunner, and demolitions. So that's everything in credit class. This is how credit class is set up. Very similar to MW2, same layout. Except you actually get 2 additional classes in this game instead of the 10 that's in MW2. Score streaks is what we're running. I'm running score streaks. You guys could run kill streaks, but I prefer score streaks. It just makes getting streaks way easier. Especially if they're sweating, I can still get some of the streaks to end their streaks by capturing the objective. Operators, we have Rocket, Price, Ghost, Blueprint, Jabber. Then we have Makarov, Blaze, Warden, Doc, and Thirst. And obviously if you have the Volt Edition, you get the Volt skins. Let's see what else here. Let's see, settings. So I actually said about yesterday there was only one setting that was different, but that's actually wrong. There's a couple new settings. I don't remember exactly where they are, but there is. Oh, here's one of them. Will be here in the. I think it's this one, right? No, it is not. So right somewhere in this area for dead zones, here it is. You can actually test your dead zones now. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this was not in MW2 or 2019 or Vanguard or Core or any COD. This is something new, because usually you would have to test your dead zones through a PC, go to an actual website that does shows you all the statistics on your controller, your Pacific controller. But this will allow you to test your Z zones. So we can see right now, I'm moving my Z zones on the screen. My Z zones are fine. My controller's fine. My controller's broken. So the fact that my dead zones are perfect is fucking amazing. This is why I love the PS5 controller, bro. It is such a good controller. And yeah, so you can test your dead zones, see if it works or not, which I think is really cool. I would like to see them eventually add a way to test the input for L2 and R2 or L1 and R1, depending depending on what you use. I think it'd be nice to see what if your analog, your triggers are like, delayed or anything. That'd be nice to see. But again, and also if you want to change your your tactical stance for your that side hold. You can actually change it here in gameplay under the controller settings. It is tactical ADS behavior and activation. So I'm running melee ADS plus sprint, but you can run ADS plus melee, ADS plus down button, which is down on the D-pad for placing guys, or you can have it turned off completely. I haven't decided if I want it off completely or if I want to keep it ADS sprint, because right as in the beta, I'm not seeing a huge impact with that whole ADS tactical thing, but I don't want to just knock it out the park by turning it off right off the bat. You know, it's still too early. But that is everything that is new settings-wise. I didn't see anything that was new. If you guys found settings that were new, let them down below, and let me know what you guys think of those settings. But overall, that's pretty much the beta, man. That's the gist of it. There's not much left to talk about. Obviously, it'll be free. I think tomorrow, I think, is the beginning of the first weekend that's free for PlayStation players. So if you guys want to download it, I think it'll go download live tonight for people that are free players. I'm not sure if it'll be... I don't know if you guys that didn't pre-order can download it early like I did. I don't 100% know. But yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoy the beta if you guys are playing it. If you're not playing it, I hope you guys are enjoying seeing the gameplay. I think MW3 is great. The slide canceling is annoying. SPMM's annoying. Cheating's annoying. And the time to kill is really annoying. But for the most part, everything else is really great about it. The guns feel good. Characters, maps feel good. But if you guys want to play with me, again, I'll leave a link down below. It has my Twitch, my YouTube, all that stuff in, as well as my Discord, which my Discord has my gamer tag. Also, you guys could just look right here, boys. I got you. If it lets me see my gamer tag. I can never remember how, but there it is. I think that's right there on the screen. Actually, I'm blind as a bat. There's my Activision ID. If you want to add me, go for it. I'm always down to pick up players. I'll be streaming today. I have a couple things I need to do, and then I'll be live streaming for a couple hours on the game and grinding it away, man. So, with that being said, I love you all. You're one of a kind, and keep being great, man. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.